I pulled the iron setup out of here. I rerouted that claw track to pick up coal. I made sure that it was set to receive the coal at that end. I rerouted the minecart over here, put a storage bin so that this minecart track that's going over there can pick up the stuff from these miners. And then that's when I realized I didn't have this minecarts on. There was no coal, no iron coming from this side, these 6 miners, down near to this building. It was only getting these 3. That's why it was short. I may not have needed to cut that out of there. Hello everyone, welcome back to Automation Empire, Season 2. My name is Arctic Wolf and this is episode 10. In our last episode, we redesigned our starter island here to accommodate a lot more outgoing traffic. In today's episode, actually before we get into that, if you missed last episode, there will be an iCard in the upper right hand corner of the screen right now that you can get to and watch last episode and catch up with what we were doing. And now, in today's episode, we need to get some science going, some research happening. So I've selected the end of this peninsula right here that has just these little bit of resources here to collect. All of this is open space that we're not using. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring one set of claw tracks, one rail from over there over here, and we're going to bring some gold from in here down to here. We're going to have a building that unpackages it and then ships it out to the science bays. We'll probably have 4, 6, or maybe even 8 science bays out here, depending on how many I can fit down and get everything in. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get right into it, and I will catch up with you guys at the end of it. Okay, well, I've got some good news and some bad news, everybody. The good news is our science is in and working. It is doing the thing. The bad news is that our iron supply is no longer sufficient for what we're trying to do. And I think I have a solution, which involves rerouting this iron over to the other building and turning this facility into gold fuel. We'll send some raw gold out that way for science for now until we unlock the water, because that's what we're working on. We need to research 100 gold to get the water unlocked, but then we do need to switch over to the gold fuel to unlock the oil pumps. And we're working on gold and steel plates for the freight trains right now. So we're working on the correct stuff, but we do need to upgrade for the next step. So this is an unexpected side project, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in right here. This building has been demanding our attention for a while, and I've been putting it on the back burner waiting for us to unlock the water so that we could start processing the gold fuel immediately before we messed with this. But now that we need the iron out of here to go somewhere else, I'm going to rework this line a little bit. So here we go. Alright, and that was an easy fix. I haven't messed with the gold fuel down here yet, but um, we got. I pulled the iron setup out of here. I rerouted that claw track to pick up coal. I made sure that it was set to receive the coal at that end. I rerouted the minecart over here, put a storage bin so that this minecart track that's going over there can pick up the stuff from these miners. And then that's when I realized I didn't have this minecarts on. There was no coal, no iron coming from this side, these 6 miners, down here to this building. It was only getting these 3. That's why it was short. I may not have needed to cut that out of there. Oh, as you can see now, we're starting to build up a little bit of a backlog of the cooked iron. We're still empty on the raw stuff, but we got minecarts coming right now. So I'm gonna watch this for a minute, watch it come in, watch it dump out the raw iron in this bin. Then this minecart's going the wrong direction here. Go that way. There we go. That way you'll pick it up out of here before you go into there. We just want to make sure we get it full before it goes into the building. I'm sure there was a reason I had it going the other way when I first started it, but this makes more sense now. Here comes the other one. That's going to fill up this bucket. Hope that doesn't bother anybody that I call these storage containers buckets. Alright, so that just dumped all that into there. Good deal. That's going to fill that up. Nice. And that's going to fill this one up. As soon as they're filled. There we go. There we go. Alright, I think we're back in business. Coal seems to be doing fine. Yeah, we're going up steadily. There we go. All set. Don't want it to all of a sudden back up and then stop because there's just full iron crates, full crates of iron sitting on these droppers, crate destroyers. You want to make sure they're all set. I probably say this once every 4 or 5 episodes, but you want to make sure this is set to on in this situation when you don't want it to overflow and get backed up. Otherwise it'll overflow and get backed up. Alright, so this is the patented wolf valve minecart system right here, where the minecarts just go between the buildings in a short little loop. Easiest way to transfer items from one building to the other. It's also the easiest way to use your combiner setup most efficiently when you're smelting multiple combiner step ingredients like the mega fuel and stuff. You're going to want a building for one and a building for another and then process it into a third building. So that's why this is a good setup right here. This is usable for every recipe in the game right here. Just depends on what you put into this building and what you put into this building. If these buildings need more buildings, you can add them right here. It's amazing. You can make them big, small, whatever. This building's taking up a lot more room than it needs to. Like it could be just a little box about this, a third, maybe a quarter the size that it is. Like this is way too big for what it needs to do, but I like having room to move around and space and stuff. So that's why I did it this way. And I think it looks cooler. Like, yeah. You know, we could use verticality. The ability to build a second floor and then have the claw tracks go up into the second floor. That would be cool. I'd be able to just put stuff right on top of it like that. And then put another set of walls on it. Have your level 3 mine cars and your level 3 claw tracks. Yeah. Go up into the bottom and bottom and top slots in your in your second story. That would be cool. Then that would be able to pack more stuff into the same amount of space as far as the ground footprint. There are other games that do that, but whatever. I'm playing this one. So our rerouted claw train is working good. It's taking stuff out of this building, just not as fast as the building is making the stuff. I could probably condense this down now with the remote connectors and really streamline this one, but I like watching the crates run down the conveyor belt, so we'll leave this alone until it just absolutely has to be replaced. And it will absolutely just has to be replaced when we start making gold fuel in that building. I'll have to rip everything out and start over. So that'll probably be next episode. But we need to let this research happen. Like, it's at 24. Oh, the gold is done for 120. Oh, that was fast. Might as well stop the gold. Okay, we don't need the gold anymore. We can stop the gold and let this finish, and then we'll convert it to the steel plates. Don't need the gold anymore. I'm going to tear this whole claw track right back out. Okay, I better double check. Yeah, nothing else takes just raw gold. That took 100. That took 50. We just got that. 150, almost exactly. It was like 156 or whatever that we just got. So we just met our quota. Now we need to get 100 of the steel plates researched. And then we need to research a total of 800,000 plus 600,000. Well, 600,000 first. That'll unlock the water. And then we can use the water to make... Oh, this doesn't take water to make gold fuel. Oh. Okay, so next episode we can make gold fuel and send it down here. Alright, so I will just leave this guy alone. I'm going to take all the carts back off of it. No. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll double up on the steel plates. For now. We'll leave this guy alone. Just sitting there. It doesn't have a claw track on it. It's not costing any maintenance. It's not being used. We'll leave this sitting here. I mean, we'll probably end up cutting it at this end right here. But it will be the main track that we use to get our gold fuel to the science. We'll just leave our setup exactly the way it is, and we'll just change that over to gold fuel next episode. We do that. But for now, we're just going to do the steel plates. Now let's go back and check on the iron. Okay, so that bin's now full. Which means these are constantly cooking. These are cooking 1 per 11 seconds, and I have 6 of them. So I should probably make another batch at 3 iron, because the coal makes 1 every 10. So they're making a little bit more coal than they are iron. These all seem to be happy and working. Oh no, that one's about done. Looks like we need iron. Alright. Okay, we're addressing bottlenecks and stuff. That's how we do it. So we're going to add another 3 oven array here. This is such a simple setup. It's like, what is that, 6, 12, 15, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25 pieces. That's all it takes to cook your iron into or your iron or your raw ore into smelted stuff. 25 pieces. Oops. If there's a smaller setup out there, let me know. I like to give it a try, but it has to be as efficient as what I've got. Okay, we need a corner like that. Yeah. Yes, we're gonna fill it. Destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. Destroy all crates. Oops, I got the wrong one selected. There we go. And we'll add these. So when I plug in this pipe, start making iron. There'll be a 3rd set of ovens cooking this big vat of iron. Which at that point right there, what we did was we took the 3 ovens that were cooking it over here and moved them into this building, essentially. And we actually made it cheaper because the setup is a lot smaller than it was over on the other building. But now all of our iron is coming into here that we're mining. There's more iron nodes on the map that we don't have yet. Right there's some. Right there's some. And there's some coal and some oil. So we still have some more resources that we can get to. Like there's another island that's just full of coal. And then there's some oil over here. But that's it. Like once we get into all that, that's all the resources that we have. And here we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's doing great. Look at our money. 1.3 mil. Woohoo! We are rolling in it. I wouldn't recommend rolling in it. It's probably not a good idea. But whatever. You do what you want. I'm not your parent. But okay. So everything's looking good. We've got trucks heading out empty. So everything's not looking so good. We could be going out faster. I don't see how we're making money. I don't see any trucks leaving that are full of stuff. Oh, there's one. Okay, here comes some steel plate trucks. All right, all right. They happen in big batches. I see. Okay. Yeah. Trains are gonna solve the money problem until we get rockets. Same way they did last time. But this time, we have an intermediate step that we can take in between trains and rockets. I believe that's how it's intended to work, and that is the monorail. It's the step between this one and this one. Or it's used in conjunction with the rockets. Like if they carry crates instead of raw goods, that would be even better. Like if it packed it full of crates and then they dropped off the crates at somewhere else, that would be fantastic. But it says it carries it 5 times the amount of resources as a minecart. Doesn't say how it's packaged. So we'll have to find out when we get there. So I'm probably going to let this run in between episodes and collect a bunch of science off of these steel plates over here. And then when we come back next episode, we'll rework this island here and get the gold fuel going and get that researching too. And then we will unlock the water and the trains and the oil rigs, and we'll move into the next phase of development. And yeah, we got quite a lot left to do. I'm not actually sure what I want the end goal of this to be. Like, I know I want to get the medallion on this stage. Like, that's a given. We're going to get the 45 grand output, 45,000 kilogram output that it takes to get the medallion. Sure. But what else? Do we want to shoot for something higher than that? Do we want to shoot for a certain dollar amount? Do we want to shoot for seeing as how much can we produce? That would take a long time, but I mean, we could do it. I'm curious, so let me know down there at the under the video, under the description, in the comments. Just say, hey, this is what I think. This is how I feel about it. It's my suggestion. Let me know. I'll be happy to hear from you guys. And your guys' input will steer the direction that this playlist goes. So, but that's going to have to do it for us today, everyone. Thank you all for stopping by. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time. You people have an awesome day. Arctic Wolf out.